This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, we are ready for high school boys basketball tonight on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology, and this one's going to be a doozy. Ladies and gentlemen, 3-0. These teams coming in, Aplington-Parkersburg and the Jesup J-Hawks. This was a matchup that sent Jesup on to the state tournament last year when it was played in the sub-state final over at East High School. Jesup getting the victory over AP in that contest last end of February, I think is when that took place. I pull back up our schedules. We'll get a chance to see exactly when that was. Jason Pilcher making his way up here very shortly as he hands over his whistle from the girls team, and we'll put the headset on to be a part of our boys broadcast team. That's coming up here very shortly on the J-Hawks Sports Network. Jason, I said you put down the whistle and put on the headset.
I don't have a whistle, thank God.
So this will be a good one.
This should be a good one. The last one was a barn burner, came down to one possession game. This one has the makings for a really good game also.
Yeah, girls go down, unfortunately, 49-47. Tough second half for the girls. We'll talk about that a little later on and also get a chance to talk to Jordan Conrad who'll come up at halftime. But
yeah.
AP and the boys, both 3-0 coming in, and they've got some weapons both sides.
They do. They've got some weapons. It's similar styles. Both teams like to get up and down. Not real. I mean, I think they got a little bit of size advantage on us a little bit. We have maybe a little bit experience, a little bit more, but other than that, it should be a pretty good game.
So going through the starting lineups for the Jesup J-Hawks right now on the public address, but AP starting Cooper Hoff, a junior guard, Gavin Thomas, senior guard, Garrett Hempen, senior guard, some familiar names there. Junior Nick Newroth at a guard position, and Jack Eddy, a senior 6'2", to wind out the starting lineup for Jesup. Or for Aplington-Parkersburg. For Jesup, you're looking at Jack Miller coming in as he is the leading scorer on this team, averaging 26.3 points per game, along with Brevin Dahl. Ryan Durham, again, Brevin Dahl, he's been putting up 16 points a game too.
He has.
Coach Smiles and I talked about this halftime of the girls' game. It's like Jack's scoring these points, but there's other people behind him scoring quite a few points as well.
I think Ryan Treptow is a kid that stepped in as a sophomore, coming off the JV fresh soft team last year. You know, talking to Coach earlier in the season, even in the summer, he just expected good things from him, and Ryan's produced. Jack
Miller starting along with Brevin Dahl, Ryan Durham at senior, Ryan Treptow, sophomore, and Cale Shizzle, a junior. As we are underway, Jesup does get the tip and quickly in motion, and Jesup again, quick on offense. You're going to see heavy on defense, but you're going to see the same thing, I think, from AP.
Yeah, I mean, the shot clock really doesn't affect these two teams. Durham, Ryan Durham, there's a kid, too, stepping as a senior and getting some playing time, coming as a starter this year. Done really good, too.
Jesup quickly in the scorebook. And see what AP can do at their end of the floor with Garrett Hempen. And the girl, Thomas, and a little jump in.
I mean, in the girls' game, we got called a couple offenses that were a little questionable. That one was pretty obvious in that one.
Jack Miller, again, junior on this squad.
Kind of going a little bit of almost a face guard on Jack. You know, the Thomas, yeah, Thomas kid is kind of face guarding him a little bit. Ooh, good look on Treptow for that three. Just kind of rimmed out.
AP pulls down that rebound. Thomas with the ball on the far side. Back over to Hempen. He's going to bust in that lane and try and get the first basket for AP, and he does.
That was a good move. That was good defense.
6:41 to go. Jack takes a high shot just inside of three.
That is, I'll say it over and over tonight, that's next level stuff, what he can do. Create his own shot off right there of a simple curl and elevate and get that shot off.
You know, a 6'1" player, he does not play like it.
He does not.
A little touching in for AP as they tie things up. Newroth with that basket. It's shot.
And Ryan Treptow comes right back. This is going to be a back-and-forth game. This is going to be, shot for shot. And they're kind of a little bit of a no call.
You think they're going to let him play here a little bit early on?
They're going to let him play a little bit. I mean, maybe they got a little bit of a chewing during the girls' game on a few things, but Miller from way out deep, just a little bit short.
Hits the rim. AP only there to grab it. Thomas on that guard spot, covered by Shizzle.
There's
Pick off to Hempen. No good.
There you
Shizzle
go.
with a hand on it.
That
Gets
a boy.
loose and a whistle blown.
Brevin just got Cale got enough of them just to shield them off and got the foul.
That'll be the second team foul for AP. And that'll be the first one for Eddie. 5:30 to go, first quarter.
Kind of a little bit of a Durham with the That was a good no call. Now there's a foul there in Schissel right there. We kind of aim up there.
Jesup has put up, along with AP, a little over 79 points per game this season.
Oh.
AP's given up 43.7. Jesup's given up 41.7 or 51.7. Come around that left side with Hempen. He goes on his own. Ball gets loose, and it's going to come off of Jesup.
Yeah.
AP will hang on to it.
A little bit of a body going into there and got away with it. And, got to play a little bit better on the inbounds play. That was too easy on the inbounds play.
Eddie gets that. Quick turnaround inside. Tied up at 6. Shizzle eyed it.
Nice
Ducks
pass.
back inside.
Just
There
kick out
we
the
go.
Oh, Treptow. Or not
Doesn't
Treptow.
work for
Ryan
Durham.
Durham, yeah. That was a good look. Good look. Good D. Help.
Hempen right side. Try and post up with Treptow. Missed shot. Jack will touch it. Are they going to ding him?
No, they're going to get Brevin, I think, on the rebound. Brevin was kind of facing him. If he had his back turned to him, probably no call.
And we're going to see some substitutions coming in. Yexley and
Landon
Vogel. Yeah, Yexley kind of twisted his ankle the other night up at Summer Fred.
Yeah,
Looks
he
like
went
he's
up,
getting along all right.
slapped the backboard.
He's got a brace on that right foot right now. That's new.
Joe, I asked Joe about it at practice the next day, and he said he did the same thing Monday in practice. And Joe said, "Why are you doing that?" And then the next thing he does in the game, he kind of gets hurt.
Let's put a brace on that.
Yeah.
Free throw in, Hampton. He's at 3 points.
So, puts AP up 2, 8-6.
Miller coming
little
right
full
side.
Court pressure, not much. Just a little token pressure, just slow us down a little bit.
Vogel takes a
You got to watch
bounce
that.
and go to Shizzle.
That cross-court pass. Nice look.
Vogel set.
That's going to be money.
Nice.
Good look. That looked
Vogel
good right
with
from the
3.
release.
Jesup
Good
with
D.
that 1 point advantage,
Good
but
shot.
Thomas says, let's get it back.
That's good defense.
4 minutes, moving quick in this quarter.
Yeah. Good screen, little roll, got it on there.
Miller, nice
Miller
pull
just
up.
missed.
Actually, not where he wanted it or anybody thought it would go. Other end.
He actually
Little
recovers.
lead into Eddie. Get loose. Bring it underneath. No
Good
good
defense
for
on
Newroth.
Yexley.
Nice presence underneath.
Good
Treptow
left hand.
left-hander.
Down
Ducks
the-
in.
That
Pass.
ducks in. It stays. Oh.
Treptow right there to follow through on his shot. It will be Jesup
Yeah, I was
ball.
gonna say, yeah.
And we'll see the first substitutions tonight that Aaron Thomas will bring in. Will Hodges, along with Schoeneman.
Nice move. Oh,
And
it just rimmed
Rottinghouse.
out. Got to the rim and elevated. Just came up a little short on that shot. That's a shot 80% of the time. He's going to take that and make that.
Hodges going to get
Good
by
defense.
Treptow. Kick
Gotta
it
box
out.
him out. Good shot.
And Schoeneman, he's in the basket, or in the
Just
scorebook
wide
off the
open.
bench.
And, he's got to follow his shot. Can't go right there. That's not his job to get back. And while we on the floor. Oh, he's going to call 2.
And it looks like on those substitutions, it kind of changed the style that AP's playing right now on offense.
Yeah, a little bit faster.
First personal foul. That'll go against Landon Vogel. 13th foul overall for the Jayhawks. Missed that shot for Schoenemann. He'll get that one to count. Extend that lead by 5.
A little token pressure again, a little bit. Give him Jack some space. He's got Yuxley down the block. Nice move. Oh.
A little extra step in there.
Little extra step, little hop. It was there. It was there.
Jesup back on defense, surveying where they're at. Man-to-man press. Hampton on the move. Hodges comes right side, open for Thomas on a 3. No good.
Grab it.
Dahl had a touch on it, and he'll bring it down floor.
But anybody but Jack gets to get the ball, I think we've got to look to push. A little careless.
And Vogel misses it. Thomas on his own, stops up, makes the shot. Give him 4 points. A lot of catch up here, 16-9.
16-9. AP's on about an 8-0 run right about then. It's pretty close.
Jesup not has been in a deficit like this all season. And Landon Vogel has to hustle back on defense as that ball just has to think about going in. 5 points for Hempen. 1:40 to go, first quarter. Be some real conversations here at the timeout or the break between quarters.
We're getting looks. Brevin with that.
Quick shot from Hempen. Give and
That's
go.
going to be 2 on Dahl.
He's got a 7 point in the scorebook. I feel like I'm watching Iowa State from last night.
I didn't watch much of it last night.
Well, you were a good one to not watch it.
Came home, watched a little bit of it, and then magically I got busy watching film.
You know, I was going to message you, but I thought, yeah, you probably had coming from practice.
I was at practice,
things.
and then started watching a few other games. And
make some transitions.
going to put the lead up to 11. We need to get a bucket. We need to get something.
.123 to go. There's Treptow with it.
Missed.
Over to Durham. They are tight defensively.
They are. Miller from the low. That's going to be a little bit short.
Jack only with 2 points.
That's going to be about from the same spot. Now Miller's got got to get up the wing. Kale's coming around the wing.
Miller get that ball back. Trying to get by Hodges. Hodges messed it up. Miller continued to follow.
Treptow. Just in and out. Good look.
Interruption by Treptow, and Durham tried to get a handle on it.
If I remember right, seeing some stats, I thought Treptow is one of the leaders in all classes with steals so far this year.
Yeah, I saw that too show up. I think his mom posted that.
I think so.
On the I think it was a varsity stat.
Yeah.
Under 40 seconds, Hodges was the ball. Gets by Miller, hold up by Dahl underneath, missed shot, follows through on it and get that to go. Ryan Durham, covered by Hempen. Treptow glides right side, 20 seconds. Looking for that last shot.
You got to get something going to the rim or something right here.
Pressure on that line, wide open to Shizzle. Thomas gives him pressure.
Down. Hold down for 1. You can get down 1.
Now Jack will take a deep 3.
Just
no
out.
Good. Follow on the shot, and that's in the first quarter. Wow.
Started out strong. AP, we didn't, they came out the last 5 or 5 minutes. They came on a big run. We didn't have anything to answer. A couple turnovers, a lot of missed shots. Brevendale's got 2 fouls. So other than that, I don't think Miller's got anything, but he's only got 2 points.
Yeah, and even that 23 that's up for AP, that's they spread it out through that roster too.
Yeah.
It's not just a couple players out there that are making that happen.
They are an up-tempo game or a team, just kind of like we are, but they've got they're a little bit deeper, of course, a little bit. We don't have that long. I mean, we only have 5. I think we're about 10 deep, or a squad of 10. Yeah, squad of 10, and he's got a full-on squad over there. So, you got to make some shots. You got to play defense. You got to make some shots. I know that sounds simple and easy, but that's where you got to go.
Well, completely different. He had 10 down there on the bench, 5 on the floor, obviously, but only 2 have been in. Compared to the roster we had varsity-wise last year with so many seniors on that squad.
Exactly. And then the other thing is right now, Brevendale's got to be a little bit smarter. Can't pick up a cheap foul and get a third one going in, because that would pretty much means he would sit the rest of this half.
This is the J-Hawks Sports Network from Harlan Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg. That's Jason Pilcher joining up here for the boys' game. Anthony Bond, the Magical Suitcase, and Eric Clark over on camera tonight. We'll hear from head coach Jordan Conrad, the girls' team, here at halftime. Hodges with that ball. Treptow doing a good job covering defensively. Now Miller pick up top.
Got to wall him up. There you go. Brevin did a good job. They got to come and help. Well, Brevin's got to make sure. There you go. Ooh.
Nice coverage by Shizzle. Hodges with a shot, or Hempen with a shot.
You got him down to 10 seconds in the shot clock. They had to scramble, get that shot. Made it.
Deep shot from Shizzle.
We'll take the bank. Bank's open. That's
the bank and the roll around.
Yeah. We got to get something. We haven't scored in about 6-7 minutes.
25-12.
Oh, there you go, Brevin. That's a foul.
On the floor looking for that one. No whistle.
Yeah.
Durham dish out to Miller. Comes baseline. Little snake in left side. Doesn't work.
A little short on that floater.
Push that ball down floor with Hoff.
Kale did a nice job getting back. Ooh, good really.
Wide open right side. Yeah. Made it happen for Jack Eddy. He's got 4.
Drive kick. Durham's got. Ooh.
Try to get another one in there.
Had a really good look. I mean, you're not missing by much.
Hoff pushes in left side. Durham couldn't get it. Hoff stuck with it. Gets his own rebound twice.
Jump
ball.
We're
going to see jump possession towards Jesup.
Yeah. That's a play that Ryan just got to get himself into him. He's got to turn, he's got to pivot. He's actually the old saying, butt in the gut. He's got to make sure he sees them, seals them off, and go get that ball. He just can't keep going straight up and down with them. Got to seal him off, so he's got to go through his body to get the ball. A little pressure. They're going to get Kale.
They're going to go full court pressure again. AP is going to stick with it. And this is the style. The Fresh Stuff game was like this. The JV game was like this. That's
over there, the girls' varsity game. The JV girls were the same way. They have to travel. Lane was a little bit out of control.
6:05 to go, first half. And Jesup playing heavy catch-up. Wigley in the game. Remember that guy from football, don't we?
I think so. Let's travel there. But yeah, we got at least got the ball.
6'4" Wigley.
Come across, Vogel's good there. Catch the ball first. Don't have the post. Reverse, got your dribble. Now you got to get a cutter going in. You got to get a cutter going in. Oh, it's a foul. Oh.
Looked like he got touched on the hand, but they're not going to blow it.
I'm not going to. Well, I shouldn't say anything because maybe there, but it's kind of the same thing in the girls' game. Shot clock violation. Didn't it go? I think so. Yeah, the clock must have not. I think he's saying it didn't get reset. Sometimes it does get reset. They push the button. Sometimes it's not the user. They push the button, and sometimes it doesn't go.
Still working the bugs. This is only really, what, the second game that we've been using it here.
Yeah, I guess the boys were able to play. This is the boys' second game at home because they played Columbus here. This is our girls. This was our first home game besides when we had half for the Jamboree.
Having a little technical issue with the shot clock, so Coach Smines and Brock Sabers trying to work through using that. It's not as easy as just putting a new battery in it, right?
I don't, yeah.
Do we check the batteries?
Yeah, you check the battery, take it out, roll the battery out, push it back in. And
well, it's just like that scene in Ocean's 11 down in the safe. You know, they didn't blow the vault. They just had to change the batteries out.
Well, I can't say much. I had to change. One time my mother-in-law told me that the TV remote wasn't working. And I went there and she had the batteries in backwards.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, not at all.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Not at all.
Not at all, but that was pretty funny.
If you weren't giving her a hard time or anybody
That's what I tell her.
There would be no time. So, if you're joining us and wondering what's going on, we're trying to get the shot clock operational again. This is something new, Jason. You can maybe speak more on this. And they've been exploring it for a little while, and now went in full time. And some schools are getting it figured out. You had to get another body also at the scorer's table to run that
Yeah,
thing.
it's another body up on there. He's got, well, if you look right down, you can't see the camera, but he's got a remote in his hand. So I forget what the gentleman's name is. He's one that possesses, it looks like a TV remote. That's what pretty much what it is. And then as soon as the possession changes, the ball hits the rim, he hits the button. But like I said, sometimes it's. And number 5 for them.
Martez Wigley. Up and under. Gets it in. There's Newroth chasing that down.
You got 2-on-2. Got to get back.
By Shizzle. And they definitely have size.
They do.
And Jesup's been giving up that size all year.
Kale's going to get caught in the getting to the spot and just is a little bit out of position. That's going to be his second.
Yeah, we'll keep him in. 15 foul for Jesup. Deep shot from Hoff, no good. Wigley tries to fight that, but Treptow says no. Here's I remember you from the football field. I'm not going to give it up this time.
Nice kick out.
Shizzle responds.
All started by Ryan Treptow getting that board and taking the ball down and kicking it out.
2 3-pointers for him, 29-15. Newroth over to Wigley. Hard to find an answer for him.
Yeah, he's got some size to him.
4 points. Miller will slow it down across midcourt. Over to Dahl.
A little bit high pick and roll.
Free throw attempt. Length shot, no good.
Wigley got into there and just. That there's a shot that Brevin needs to probably come to jump stop and make a pass out of instead of trying to force it. Or get to the jump stop, go up into him, and try to get the and one, or at least get a foul on him.
4 minutes to go, first half. Hodges brings that slowly up the floor. Dish right side. Hands it Thomas. Newroth looking for a gap in the paint. Dish off to Hempen, and he will get the basket and get the foul.
Yuxu's in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Got beat up top and came in there and just was in the wrong spot at the wrong time and got the foul.
Hempen at 13 points. Negative 14, and substitutions. Durham and Landon Vogel back in as Yaxley sits down, along with Shizzle. I don't think Shizzle's had a seat just yet. Quickly from Dahl. He's going to take it almost all the way. Can dribble back. Almost.
He had the attack on him. He had the guy. He had him, Miller, for just rimming out. Just those are good. Those are shots that he needs to take. Just missing.
Durham, nice coverage defensively, but
that's a nice move.
Just kept going after it.
Yeah.
4 points there. 36-15. Falcons. Vogel at the hip. Back over to Dahl. Gets the pick. Opener.
There, right there.
That's almost getting it knocked out.
That's where he's got to go probably up to him. He had him up in the air.
But he's got to go quicker on it.
Yeah, he's got to go a little bit quicker. Had him up in the air. Just got to make sure that he goes up into him and get the body and try to get the call.
10 seconds
10
on
seconds
that
on the
shot.
clock. We're still good.
Double team. Durham. Back to Vogel. He's going to have to put that one up. No good. Croc
That's a lot of body.
reset,
That's
but
a lot of
Wigley
body.
gets the reset. There's Thomas behind the back. Up to Hodges. Between the legs. Going to go towards the basket. No good. Rebound Miller. Cuts between traffic. No look over to Landon. Durham at a deep three. No good. Top of the iron.
Good tap out by Treptow.
Heads up play by Ryan. Dahl was open.
Reset. He's still got 25. You got to get there. Shaden Miller to the left hand. Back to, we got to get Jack go in the middle of an attack. That's a trap, or that's a, yeah.
Yeah, he decided he was going to go in it, but gets hung up.
That's a strong jump stop going into it and get fouled.
Hodges will be his first personal third-team foul against AP. Shizzle back in. Dahl's going to get a rest. Much needed. High up, Miller eyes it. Covered by Thomas. 2-minute mark. Deep three. One of those has to hit eventually, right?
That's got to.
Shizzle tried that at another attempt, trying to get his third three.
Jack's still sitting on 2.
2 points total.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot of good looks. A lot of good looks.
Well, heck, he was at 5 points, I think, through till the third quarter up at Sumner Fred.
He was.
Deep three from Thomas. Pull that in from Durham.
If we can get this down, we got to get a couple scores and get it within. Nice pass.
Nice give under to
We got to get a stop. You got to get a stop. You got to get a stop.
Take him to 4 points for the sophomore guard. He'll pick up Hodges as he crosses the midline. Behind the back dribble. Off to Thomas. 20 seconds in the shot.
Good.
Looking for a baseline opening.
Durham slide his feet. Got to board it. A
lot of options here.
Push on 32.
Okay, whistle.
Yeah, I think so. That's who he's going to call. I think he pushed Ryan.
36-17, under a minute.
Yeah,
you're looking
32.
at a personal foul. That's going against Eddie. That'll be the second personal for him, 4th team foul for the Aplington-Parkersburg Falcons. Again, both teams coming into this one 3-0 in the year. Old Wine Grundy Center, Columbus. That's where the victories are for AP. Columbus, Sumner Fred, and Denver have the wins.
Good skip pass over to the lane and Vogel and Cashman. There we go. We got the 20. Now we got to get a stop. Keep it within a 16-point. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you get a stop with the possession there, with the shot clock, they're going to hold for 1.
Vogel's at 6. Again, we're within 16.
Just got to, you got to bump them back. Wow, we lost him open.
They're quick on the give and go. Give that one to Eddie. He's at 6. Miller looking for a last shot here as we're at the 5-second mark. Hop and go. No look to Landon. Baseline up.
Good
Off
look.
the iron, no good.
That was a good look.
38-20 is where we're at. End of the quarter was 23-9. Here at half, in 38-20, you're looking at a 15-11 margin.
We did there in the last 2-3 minutes. We closed the gap a little bit, but need to close a little bit more. Come out in the second half. We got to make sure that we identify the shooters. You got to box out. That's one thing. We get a little bit better defense position. We'll be all right.
Coach Jordan Conrad, I believe, making his way up here very shortly, but we'll go through some scoring here after we get a chance to visit more with Jordan. But this I didn't expect it, but I almost expected it.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is the first true test for us. Denver's a pretty good squad. Columbus, we kind of had our, we took care of business there. And others, we were okay. But tonight, we got to come ready to play.
All right, we'll
jump off of this guy.
All right. So we'll join in with girls head basketball coach Jordan Conrad here as he gets the headset put on. And Jordan, welcome on the halftime here on the Jayhawks Sports Network. But girls losing tonight 49-47. And, it's the same kind of conversation I had with Joe Smines. It's a different team this year. We haven't talked too much about your squad. But I guess just talk through up to this point coming in to tonight when you look at how the season's been and the direction you're going with the personnel you now have.
Yeah, a lot of turnover, a lot of new faces out there. But I think we got a lot of young kids playing, but I think we're showing the trends in the right direction. I think early in the year we really showed our youth, and we showed our youth at times tonight too, don't get me wrong, but I think we're taking steps in the right direction where we're just being stronger with the basketball. I think we're slowing down a little bit and actually, starting to be able to make a few reads. I think when this group first started together, first couple of games, it was kind of just the first person I see, I'm going to throw it to no matter what, right? And that just, there's no substitute for repetitions. And, the first game of the year, I thought we went up to Waukon and, I thought we were just as talented as them, but you look at the rosters and it's experience is the difference. They got seniors, a lot of seniors playing on that group that have started for a few years for them, and we're kind of turning a page here with a lot of new kids, like you said. We got Laney still back, and Adriana started towards the tail end of last year, probably the last 6 games or so. Sailor came off the bench for us last year, but it's either outside of Laney, it's everybody playing new roles or just completely new faces. So it's going to take some time.
Well, and you got a slug of sophomores. I was talking about that. When you look at the listing of all the sophomores in that team, it's a heavy girl sophomore class as it is anyway. But, you don't look too far down the line, but talk about the minutes and experience those sophomores are getting. I think it was 4 sophomores on the floor a lot of it tonight.
Yeah, there was a couple stretches there where, we had a lot of youth out there. A lot of youth, and we showed it a little bit at times, but I also think we showed some promise with where that group can go. There's a lot of talent in that sophomore class, all the way from girls playing tonight to girls that are still playing more JV minutes. There's we got a lot of girls really close in there. I would say in that 7 to 11 range or whatever you want to say. There's a lot of girls battling for minutes in there, and you'll see different nights where, a girl will play 6-8 minutes or 10 minutes, and then she won't play at all maybe another night for whatever reason, or she only plays 2 minutes because somebody else is stepping up. So we're still kind of trying to figure out that whole rotation of everybody with so many new faces. Who's going to play well with who?
That always has seemed to be your style. Is you work through rotation.
Yep.
You don't really seem to leave the same personnel on the floor for extended periods of time. You're changing it out quite often.
Yeah, we didn't press much tonight, but typically, if you've watched us at all, we like to pick the pace up, and we like to, and I don't, some people will probably to a fault they'll say I don't take a ton of timeouts either. I used them all tonight though.
Yeah, you needed to.
Some of that is because we like to play with pace, and we work hard in practice, and we want to make sure we're getting up and down, getting lots of possessions in. And in order to do that, we got to make sure, most people are only playing 2-3 minute stretches, and you're out for 2 minutes, then you're back in order to keep that pace up, especially through 4 quarters.
Well, talking tonight, AP coming in tonight, again, losing 49-47, and, first half, right in there, but second half, tale of 2 halves, I guess, is what you're looking at. As far as scoring or where they came into play, I guess just talk through that.
Yeah, I don't know for sure if we won. We might have won 3 of the 4 quarters. We're up after the first by a couple. We're up by 3 after the first. We're up by 7 at halftime. We lose the third quarter by 9. We find ourselves down a couple. I guess maybe we tie the fourth. But I thought we battled hard. We just had too many empty possessions in a row to start the third quarter. They came out with a sense of urgency in the second half, that we came out with to start the game. I think we surprised them early, if I had to guess, I would say they're preparing for all man, a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
And I think we probably threw them for a little bit of a loop coming out, playing zone, trying to fly around, have hands on shooters. I don't know how many threes they got off tonight, but they like to get them off. So we tried to extend our zone to play wide to take shooters away. We lost Waller a couple of times. They let her get a couple open looks, which we wanted to try and avoid. But for the most part, we did a pretty good job on the shooters. And they had a younger kid step up and had 17 for them, I think.
So looking ahead, you got Glanbrook, Rhinebeck next week, and then Union. Then you get a few weeks break. You get a few weeks in there to take some time off. But look ahead to Gladbrook and Union next week. We'll talk again, but you stay home anyway.
Yeah, that's nice. It was nice to be home. It was nice to be home tonight. We got one canceled earlier on. We were supposed to be at South Hardin, so we were supposed to start, was that 4 games on the road? Especially with a young group, that doesn't make it easy, having to travel early on the road everywhere. There's a sense of comfort here, I think, that helped us tonight a little bit. And so we really needed to be back here. So it'll be nice to be home. We got the South Hardin. I just talked to Joe right before our game. We got the South Hardin game rescheduled for that week right before Christmas break, like the 19th or something like that. That
so
Monday.
you're gonna get another one in before break then.
Yeah, which I think is going to be great timing wise. It would have been rough to have a whole week of nothing and then have 2 weeks of nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I think timing wise that'll be good for us. Gets us an extra game in there before break for the girls, and it'll be good to have a couple of home ones before we go back on the road.
I kind of asked Joe this as you're looking down, not too far down the schedule, but you've got now 4 games under your belt compared to when I first saw you out. I guess when you've been playing, no one knows what to expect. Early on, there's no stats, there's no film.
Right.
Now that stuff's out there, even more prominent than prominent than it used to be, based on Huddle and YouTube and wherever else. What are you kind of seeing down the schedule if you look at your upcoming conference that you didn't expect to see some teams where they're at either good or maybe not so good? Are you seeing some of that down the line that's kind of catching your eye?
I don't think this was one of those years I don't think I knew what to expect with a lot of teams. And I think our conference is just like that this year.
Yeah.
I think with the exception of a couple of teams, there's a fair amount of turnover this year. So it's kind of like, everybody's got some talented young kids, but who's going to have, a couple seniors that step up a little bit? Who's going to have the young kids that step up and are going to be the most consistent for them? And that's what we're looking for right now. We're still trying to find that with our, their experience. It's just some consistency. We see flashes of like, wow, we can be really, really good. And then we just go back to those, youthful moments. And we talked about that tonight after the game. Like, that's going to happen. That's part of us growing, is we've got to remember, we've got to be patient. It's early. Everybody wants to play our best basketball right now. But our goal is to be trending towards playing better basketball games, 10, 12, 13. That's when we want to be playing our best basketball, not right now.
Well, Coach, we'll catch up again next week, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
That's head coach Jordan Conrad. Girls basketball here at Jesup. We'll return here at halftime of the boys game, 38-20. Falcons have the lead. Jayhawks fighting back. Return in a minute on the Jayhawks Sports Network. Back on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology as we are set for second half action. AP, it was all them in that first half as they took full advantage on a 23-9 opening quarter. And at halftime it was 38-20. Advantage the Falcons. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Clayberg. Jason Pilch will be the other voice you hear. Anthony Baugh on the suitcase tonight, managing things, and Eric Clark is on camera. Luke Baldwin is
in the Dominican.
Well, working on it.
Working on it.
I just hope he remembers to put sunscreen on that head of his.
Yeah.
38-20 as AP will get the ball to open things up. And in that lineup with Hoff, Thomas, Hempen, Newroth, and Eddie. Thomas pushes it in, and Newroth there to get it off the box.
That's a nice play. Going baseline, get cut off, and the cutter goes right through. That's just how you draw it up. That's textbook basketball.
Interesting to see what kind of adjustments Coach Smines made at halftime.
And not really too many to make. You just got to make some shots. That one's not going to go for Ryan.
Yeah, I guess from, you're not Smines, but from your coaching mind, what do you suppose that conversation was in the locker room?
Stay confident in your shot. I mean, that's one thing too. Is that I know our leading scorer only has 2 points, and we haven't scored the ball well. We haven't had that many turnovers, so I mean that's a positive. You just got to keep playing, and you got to get on some runs. You got to get some defense. You got to string together some stops, and that's the one thing you got to do. You got to string together some stops.
Durham over to Dahl, fights at baseline.
Right
Coaching
there
with Tripto, confident in the basket, can't get it to go.
It was a good play, just missed.
Thomas
but that's not
finds
going
an opening, finds the alleyway.
That's going to be a timeout, Joe, because that's not getting back and letting him up a layup.
Yeah, they just kind of watched him go right into it.
That can't be done, and that's where Joe calls a timeout, where he's having a few words for him, and either he's going to gather himself and he's going to say something here, because that can't happen.
AP, again, we talked about their wins coming in. Victory over Olwine, Grundy Center, Columbus here in the first 3 games of the season. They will be at Union on Tuesday and have Hudson on a road game on Thursday. But just like the girls, they're in a 5-game road trip here.
Yeah, we started off the season, I haven't looked at our record coming out or our schedule coming out of Christmas break, which I think we have games next week, Tuesday, Friday, and then we play our makeup game against South Hardin.
Yeah, on a
Monday, and then it's pretty much we'll be 1 practice, I think, 2 practices, I think.
Yeah, the boys get a week from Monday. They'll be with Don Bosco.
Yeah, we don't have a game with Bosco over there. So pretty much we've got 3 games. And then you go to Christmas break. And
the second season starts.
That's right. And we told the girls that after our game, a 2-point game we lost, had a lot of chances, even though our record doesn't show, but we're trending upwards. I mean, we're getting better. Kind of like the boys last year. If you remember last year with the boys, Miller with a shot, get going.
Miller's finding the basket and trying to find some confidence and move things forward.
Good defense. But yeah, the boys last year, they started out not too high. I think going to Christmas break, they had a losing record, if I remember right. They had lost to, they came out, they lost to Grundy right after Christmas break, and after that, they reeled off 17 straight wins.
Under 6 minutes to play. Third quarter, Newroth with that ball near midcourt.
And we're in a little bit of a 2-3, trying to get pinched in the middle. Got to get a rebound.
Hempen gets the rebound, gets the shot back up.
That's one thing you got to do. If you're going to go into a 2-3, try to pack it in.
And he's got seemingly a quiet 18.
Yeah.
Shizzle. Side on the defense. Treptow baseline, little pull-up jumper, no good.
Back tap by
Miller.
Got to get this going. Good shot, here we go.
Cale Shizzle with his 3rd three-pointer of the night. 21 is the margin. Overhead passes, making them quick, making them hard. Hempen can't get the 3.
It's going to be a push, 32 again. This will be his 3rd.
Should be his 3rd personal, and the 1st team foul for AP.
I was wondering, you're out of position, and instead of you just let him go, keep your hands off, and you pushed him. And run in front of the referee, that's an easy call.
Under 5 minutes, third quarter. There's Ryan Durham with it. Working on the dribble. Treptow just has that pressure and goes out of bounds.
Kind of playing Jack straight up right now. They haven't really gone help. That's a bad shot.
Yeah, he's not getting the shots off that he's used to getting or needing. Treptow a little high up on the defense, missed shot, but AP continues to follow on it. Is this Carver Hawkeye Arena?
It seems like the way for us. Brevin with the kick.
Treptow gets
Cash.
it.
Yeah.
7 points. Hempen quick on the shot, follows it his own. Treptow gets the rebound. Hempen wants it back.
Ryan Treptow with a nice board. Just off. Good defense.
In and out.
Good defense by Brevin Dahl. Good straight up, a good no call.
AP a physical team. But they're cautious on not fouling.
Schissel,
Hodges directing where he wants to see a player, and Showman. Showman has 9 points.
Jump stop. Now you got to get a cutter going to the rim, or you got a back cut, and that's got to be a shot. Cash.
Shizzle making up for where Jack can't be. Dahl not having much luck at either, because Dahl, Dahl's been averaging 16 points.
Yeah.
He's at nothing.
Down 20, you got to get us. Well, comes back, they answer. I would say we got to keep chipping away. 9
points for him. Treptow out to Jack Miller. Between the leg dribble.
Can I get an ISO on there?
Durham on a three, can't get it. Hempen.
We've had really good looks. I mean, like really, really good looks. Good ball movement on AP's
Wide
part.
open for Schoenemann.
Good board.
Quick off to Durham, trying to get ahead of this defense. Takes it on his own. That's what they're going to have to do.
Timeout, Joe.
2:19 to go, third quarter, and they're going to have to speed up that transition.
They're going to have to speed up the transition. That's the thing. I know you don't want to say it with these guys, with AP, they like to get them down the floor, but for us, we're going to have to find that extra gear, because if we're going to have to get a run to get to the fourth quarter to make it a ball game, you're going to have to go on a couple runs, and you're going to have to push the ball, and you're going to have to take some chances to get the ball to the rim. Can't settle so much for a pull-up three. You've got to go and make some contact, and you've got to score with the shot with the clock off. That's what we got to do. You got to get the and ones, or you get fouled on the shot, get the free throw line score with the clock off. That's where we've got to make sure we got to do a better job of.
Cale Shizzle, leading scorer for Jesup, 12 points. All 3-pointers. 18-point is Hempen for AP. He is the leader on this. As Martez Wigley will inbound for Aplington-Parkersburg and the Falcons. Hodges at the point, met up by Treptow. Looking at that pick.
Good D. Stay down. Stay down. Fly at him. Recover.
Junker in the game now for AP.
He left
him in the back door. He's also one that's come off the bench, and he's got a quiet 11.
You got to identify. Good pick.
Hodges takes it from Shizzle. All the way to the rim. Junker, 2 points. 58-33. traffic. Landon finds a wide open Treptow for a three. Doesn't work. Yexley gets a handle on it. Yexley scoreless as well tonight.
Yeah.
Just a nice little 6-foot jumper.
Push the lead to 27.
Trying to play catch up.
Bad pass.
Thomas. You got 3 players in double numbers at least, I think, for AP right now. Good shot from Shizzle to Jack Miller.
Deep
Takes
three.
a deep three.
There's one finally to drop.
Start greasing that engine. Give in to Wigley.
Got a board, you gotta go.
Miller finds it.
And then you gotta go or you gotta play for one. And Miller's gonna go hit another one. Back-to-back threes.
All of a sudden he's at 12.
And then we can't give up a layup down the other end. Oh, that's a foul.
And that's the end of the third quarter. That was a quick one.
Yeah, that was a quick third quarter.
62-39. You're looking at a 24 to 19 run is what that happened, or I guess a comparison there in that third quarter. A lot of points scored.
A lot of points scored in that third. I mean, you figure 60, AP's in that 62 in the third quarter. If we don't get any stops, that's going to push to 80 real quick. I mean, you figure 18 points, that's 9 buckets. As fast as they push the ball up the floor, we got to, I mean, I know it can be done. You're going to have to get a lot of stops, and we're going to have to get a lot of help, which means we're going to have to score with the clock off. We got to get aggressive in the offensive end. You got to rebound the basketball.
They've put up about 79.3 points on average this season.
Yeah.
The Falcons have given up 44 points. Jesup given up 52, but they beat Columbus 94-27. Got Olwine 70-35. Grundy was a tighter game, a win by 2.
Yeah. Grundy's almost had in the last couple years. I think Grundy last year the same thing. I think Grundy didn't get the win, but it was pretty another close game.
Jesup with the ball as we start the fourth quarter. Miller, Treptow, Landon Vogel in the game, along with Ryan Durham and Dahl, who is scoreless.
You know, I just realized we had no fouls called on us that whole third quarter.
Right, and only one. Yeah, only one as overall.
Only one was called in the whole third quarter. That was one on the 32 there for him. The Eddie kid was called for a push to pick up his third.
Which is very surprising between these two teams.
Exactly. As far as aggressive offensively as we play, usually you get more going to the rim and get some more calls.
Dahl steps up. He's in the paint, itching for some points. Durham, rim no good. Miller tries to pull it in. We're going to see a jump possession to the AP.
That's going to be a jump. That's a good call. They both went up for the ball. I mean, regardless of what happens, I think, Joe looks back at the film tonight, tomorrow, this weekend. Good looks. I mean, we had some really good looks. Just shots didn't fall.
Snake right side. There's Hoff. Hoff again scoreless, but he's been a driver defensively and trying to get that ball going for AP.
Durham's can't keep bumping. He's got to either get to the spot and beat him to the spot with the angle, or he's got to let him go and not pick up the foul like that. Preferably you want to get to an angle and get a stop on him.
And the hoop on the board for the first time. Hoff. Revan Dahl. Durham getting pushed out towards mid-court.
It's what easier left hand, but can't just jump up in the air and don't have a. You got to value the basketball.
Keeps fighting. Thomas snakes in off the board, up and down, does go. Points. And now Ryan Durham. Get him in with 5.
But they come back with another 3 for number 3. We just can't keep, trading baskets with them. You got to string some stops together. I mean, you got to.
21 points.
There you go.
Almost beginning to think the safety gear over there with the students means road closed.
Road closed. That's a good point.
Caution.
Yeah, caution.
Hazard. Not working for Jesup.
Proceed with caution.
Yes. Or turn around.
Turn around, hazard ahead.
Yeah.
Floodwaters. Turn around, don't drown.
Yeah.
Baseball pass. Chisel off the.
Tries to chase that down. Ball's saved out of bounds. AP gets it back. Thomas, turnaround jumper, no good. Treptow with it.
He's got the wing. He's got Chisel on the wing. Nice pass. Ooh.
Wide open Durham.
Good look. Good shot.
Yeah, it was almost like it didn't want to go in.
No.
Give him 9.
Good steal.
It's almost 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Treptow in the little fit. Ooh, good move. Good try.
That forces shot. 5 minutes to go.
Good D.
Hempen had away on the baseline. Thomas comes in, takes it away, and AP is just consistent on rebounding.
You got to get in front. You just can't stand beside him. You either got to box him out, you got to get him, find a body on him, and you got to go locate the ball.
You're looking at coming into tonight, AP at 115 rebounds compared to Jesup's 81.
Yeah.
Defensive rebounds, 24.
Per
game, 14 per game offensively.
I know we haven't mentioned it yet tonight that I don't think we have, but this year, we're going away from a 2-time, MVP of the conference with Carson Lee now, who I don't think too many people have been a 2-time MVP in the conference, and Carson was one. And when you just talk about rebounds, he got a lot of rebounds. He scored a lot of points, and so just got to find a little groove. And lucky for Jack, he's done pretty well. I mean, tonight, shooting wall, he hasn't shot the greatest, but still, he still keeps competing and playing.
Yeah, he's at 9 points. Again, been averaging 26.3 this season. Treptow, he's been trying to find his way as well when you look at the sophomore with just 7 points. I'd say AP is not let off the gas.
Oh, that's our ball.
Ryan Treptow inbound. Jack will bring that ball up. Got a lot of differences here that AP has shut down.
Yeah.
And reduced.
High pressure. They're trying to get Jack going off to the side and not get him a good look at the rim.
And you look at Brevin Dahl again, as many points as he's been able to score this season. He's been shut to 0, but Jack
got over double. Yeah, he finally got the double figures, got to 11. It was a hard 11. Try to take a chance.
Hodges into Wigley, double team.
Double team, kick out, move around. Jack flies out a little, gonna be
Shoneman. Shoneman's got 14 points. Shizzle
He's got to trust it. Brev's got to trust his
Brevin
left
looking
hand.
out.
He's giving his left hand. He's shading right to the left. You got to try to tackle that left hand. You got to trust his left hand.
Hodges in the paint on his own, can't get it. Jack will flick it out of bounds.
Our ball. Ooh. I thought that was ours, but saw it the other way.
Yexley will come in. Dahl will sit down. Shizzle, Durham, Treptow, Yexley, Miller all in the game. And Wigley on the inbound. Yexley, nice pull down.
Nice rebound. Post entry. Yexley, nice pass. Good move around. Good movement. Good movement. Ryan step through. Miller
Deep
from
three.
the deep three. Kind of got fouled a little bit there. Got knocked down, but no call.
Nice coverage by Yaxley. Push that towards out of bounds. 2.5 minutes. Wigley with a 3 attempt. Big guy does it. He's got 7. Up by 30.
Getting to the 2-minute mark. Swing it. Durham's going to have a look. Just in and out. Good
That's
look.
about all you can do right now is try and get those big
Yeah.
shots. Hodges in the paint. Gets by Jack. Shot goes up. Shizzle has it in his hands.
Good box on Ryan Treptow. Joe called quick substitution, just substitute kids in.
Jack's going to have a seat. He's put in a day's work.
He has. I mean, that was a tough 11 points. I mean, he's worked hard for those 11 points. Shots just didn't fall. And some nights, you know, kind of with Laney tonight too, the same thing. Had a guy look good looks. I mean, I can't remember what she finished with, but just didn't get the shots to fall that we normally get.
Looking for openings on the arch. Here's Landon Vogel. He's had success in that arch tonight with a couple of them.
Back to Ryan. Ryan's got a nice step move, just blocked. That's a nice move.
Rottinghouse in the game now for AP in the last 90 seconds.
Good block, and Ryan's. Kale's got to take care of the ball. Just got to make sure he keeps his head up.
Right back at it. Here's a Staggy. He'll get a basket. Get the turnover, get the basket. 79-47, Jesup will have to regroup, come back with 2 games at home next week.
Yeah, we got GR and Union.
And Joe seems to think Union's a little better than maybe people thought they were going to be
yeah,
this year.
for Union boys, I think they're a little bit better than they were the last year. I think they've had some kids that really stepped in, had some work over the summer. Nice cut. Girls-wise, I'm not sure. I know that over there they're really short on a lot of numbers right now. They had a lot of younger girls come out, so I know right now they're with girls basketball in general in the state is hurting for numbers consistently. AP girls, they had a lot of girls. We were able to play a 5th quarter for JV, which usually you don't get to do that for girls.
Yeah, it was the same thing for the boys.
Yeah.
Fresh soft, and then JV, but an extra quarter for JV.
Good steal of Treptow. Pad those stats for the steals for the state.
Durham's open the quarter, but Shizzle tries another one.
Nice foul. That's what you needed earlier in the second quarter. Sat there to watch the shot. You need to follow that shot.
We've had 4 fouls this half.
Yeah, that's why it's going on 9 o'clock. The game's going to be over by 9. Which usually for a high school boys game, that's never heard of.
Rottinghouse with the basket, taken to 2.
Down to the last 10. Just over the clock, so 1.5.
Just a quick inbound.
AP will just go hold on to it, and that'll be the ball game. Oh, they didn't even shot the clock.
Move the clock.
Move the clock.
There you go. Well, that was different.
I thought, going in, even like I said earlier, about a couple minutes ago, I think Joe will look at the tape. Well, I know it's not tape anymore, video, but look at the video, see where things were. We had a lot of good look. Offensively, we did some really good things. We got every shot that we kind of wanted. They just didn't fall. And their shots fell, and they're a really good team. They got up and down. You know, we play them again. I think I think we play them again.
Coming up in January, we'll
yeah,
have them
so
again,
that's the only team I think we play twice this year besides in our pod. So we go over there, and hopefully we can flip the script and we can come out with a win on both sides.
Yeah, AP is the only one that comes in there. We'll go over there on the 30th, the end of January. So just scoring highlights. Hempen, 21 points for AP, 14 for Shoneman, as well as Thomas had 14 as well. Jack Miller ends up with 10 tonight, but give credit to Ryan Durham coming in. I think he had 10 in unofficial scoring. Cale Shizzle leading scorer with 12. But and I guess Landon Vogel had 6 as well. But Brevendal and Yexley shut out on that. But especially with Brevendal usually putting 16 points up through 3 games.
Yeah,
there's a lot of difference right there of how things went tonight.
Exactly, that's a good point because Jack, normally you're going to get 20, close to 20 points, and the other guy's got to follow suit. And usually in a boys' game, if you get a guy that get you 20-plus points, it takes a lot of pressure to the other kids, and they usually get some better looks than they normally would.
Well, I'm going to invite you to come up Tuesday and Friday since Luke.
I think he'll be back Friday.
I
don't know.
He was told probably not.
Okay, well then
that's what he told me.
I'll be here next week then for the boys' game then.
All right. Anyway, you've been watching the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. As we invite you to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For Jason Pilcher, on-site producer Anthony Baugh, camera operator is Eric Clark. I'm Nate Clayberg. Final score tonight: boys lose 81-51 to Aplington-Parkersburg. We'll return to the next broadcast coming up on Tuesday against Gladbrook Rhinebeck. If you choose to watch this game again on replay, you can on YouTube or on Facebook. You might want to think about that. Or I suppose I know the players go home and they kind of get before the huddle video post, they get a chance to see what it looks like.
Actually, for us, I don't mind watching it off the YouTube than actually huddle because we get to hear it. And some schools they don't have the audio, and when you listen to huddle, it's dead silent. So
it's not as entertaining or
it
appealing or
is
whatever it happens
not.
to be. And you can watch it on YouTube and our Facebook page as well. This is the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go J-Hawks and good night.